everyone, welcome back to my YouTube. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kristen DeLuca. I am a fitness enthusiast. I'm getting ready for my first NPC bikini show that I've done in a while. I did some back in 2016, but I'm back on the ball now. So welcome and thank you for tuning in. So today I'm gonna go over a couple of the proteins that I make for my prep meals. I'm gonna show you a buffalo chicken recipe, my ground turkey, which isn't very exciting, but I love it, and it's kind of like one of my biggest staples that I use because I change my chicken around and I change other stuff around, but that's the one I just always have. So, and then I'm gonna make a tuna salad. I also just started having sweet potato fries and I put them in the air fryer, so I'll show you guys how I do that. And yeah, so these are the ingredients that we're gonna be using today. The onion and the celery are gonna go in my tuna, sweet potatoes for my sweet potato fries. These are the proteins, so I use 99% lean ground turkey. I just like it better. You can use 90, whatever you prefer. And then chicken breast. I have the albacore tuna in water. Make sure you guys get it in water and not in oil because it adds a lot more fat to it if it's in oil. So. And then these are the seasonings that I use. Actually, I don't think I'll use this on the sweet potato fries. These are the two ingredients that I use in my turkey, the seasoning salt and the liquid aminos. This I use in the buffalo chicken and this buffalo sauce. And actually usually use light mayo, but this Miracle Whip has a lot less fat. So it has about half the amount of fat that the light mayonnaise has. So I'm going to try that today. Hopefully it's good. I've never had Miracle Whip before, so we'll see. So yeah, let's get started. I'll probably do the chicken first because I can cook a couple other things while that cooks in my Instapot, and I'll show you guys my Instapot too. Okay, so I'm gonna make the chicken first. The chicken is actually super duper easy. I cook the chicken in my Instant Pot, whatever you call it. It's a lot quicker than a crock pot, and I don't have a crock pot. But if you have a crock pot, I believe you can still make shredded chicken. It just takes a little longer because you want to slow cook it, I think for like 7 hours or so. So you can do it that way too. All these recipes are really easy because I won't make things if they're too difficult, and I usually don't have a lot of time. I meal prep on Sundays typically, and I find that if I make like 3 different types of protein that I can use them all during the week, and these ones seem to keep pretty well. Like they don't get gross or they don't go bad. So but some people will cook on Sundays and then cook again on Wednesday. Sometimes I do have to cook again during the week, but sometimes I don't. So, I mean, I like to cut my fat off of the chicken. You can probably leave it if you don't mind, but I just don't like that fat on there. So now that the fat is cut off, I'm going to just spray some Pam. I use Pam for everything. I'm on a low calorie strict diet right now, so I use Pam for everything. You can use other things, just be careful of the fat content in a lot of those sprays. They can be deceiving. So I just put the chicken in, and then I'm going to add a little bit of water. You can also use chicken broth or vegetable broth or whatever you like, but I just use water. And put enough in there so it's not covering the chicken, but so there's a good amount of water. Keeps the chicken moist. And I cook it, and I cook it on pressure cook for about 12 minutes. And then it just does its thing. So while my chicken cooks in the Instapot, I'm gonna do my ground turkey. Again, I use the 99% lean, but you can use whatever lean you want depending on where you're at with your diet. This is a non-stick pan, but I still like to spray because it's just easier to clean up. And turn it on. So this recipe is super duper simple too. I just throw my turkey in there. I just like to, you know, kind of cut it up into little pieces at first, because it's a lot easier to cut it up with a spatula while it's not cooked. And you need a big pan if you're gonna do like 3 packages at the same time like I do. So you need a big pan. You also need good Tupperware to store it, unless you want to put all your meals into a little Tupperware that you use, you know, every day. This is the kind I use. But I like to make my meals every night, and I just choose what protein, what carbs, and I usually have salad for my greens. I was doing asparagus for a while, but I don't know, I like to switch it up. So right now I'm doing salad. I'll show you guys my salad stuff at the end of the video when I'm done cooking. And I use Bolt House salad dressing. It is, I don't know if I have it in here, all my salad dressings at work. Oh, this is a good kind too. This light raspberry vinaigrette. It's pretty good. Has a little bit of sugar, 3 grams of sugar and 2 tablespoons, but that one's pretty good. Balsamic vinegar is usually really low cal, and the Bolt House brands are really good because they use yogurt instead of cream or whatever else is usually in the creamier salad dressings. So if you're not going to use like a vinaigrette or like an Italian kind of dressing, the Bolt House ones are pretty good. So it'll start to cook, and now I will add liquid aminos. It's my favorite. Can't live without this stuff. And I just kind of, I don't know, to your liking. If you add too much, it'll be really salty. If you don't add enough, it won't be as flavorful. So you have to figure out how much you like. And then I use also seasoned salt. So don't go too much on either of them, because then it'll be way too salty and it doesn't taste good and it's not good for you. So kind of go easy on both of them. And I just let this cook. You guys might hear my Instapot going. So that's gonna make noise the whole time. I'm just gonna put the vent on so it's not venting. It'll be whatever. So I like to just mash it up as it cooks so it's in little pieces. You know, depending on how you're eating it. Sometimes I put it into little wraps, Sometimes I just eat it with rice. So depends on how you want to eat it, but I usually just like to mash it up into little tiny pieces. So ground turkey is a great alternative. I actually do have some ground beef that I'm probably gonna make for dinner tonight. But ground turkey, if you season it the right way, I can hardly, tell the difference. Maybe I'm just used to it, or maybe I just like turkey better, but I really enjoy ground turkey. So I used to hate it, and I think it was because I wasn't preparing it right or seasoning it right. So try this recipe. I think it's delicious. So I have these huge Tupperwares that I like to use. I got them a long time ago, I think at like Ross or, one of those types of places. They have this like vacuum seal. So you like put it down and hear the air come out, and then you push this and it like seals it really well so you don't have a stinky fridge, which I really like. So, and then I just let the juice like sit in it, and then this is actually like pretty moist for ground turkey. I think it's because the additional salt that I add to it. It's not super dry. And then I always put butter spray on top, so it's delicious to me. I can kind of tell, like, by the color of the meat if it's seasoned enough. If it's too light, I think that's when I didn't add enough seasoning. So that is basically done. See, there's a little bit of water, but if you just kind of like let it simmer a little bit, that'll burn off. So now I usually just turn down the heat, let it sit. I've got 4 more minutes for my chicken to be ready, so I'll show you guys that next. So to shred the chicken, I just shred it in the container I'm going to keep it in. Just pull the chicken out, drain it a little bit. See, this is 1 chicken breast. And I kind of like split it down the middle just to make sure it's cooked inside, because sometimes if you do a bigger chicken breast, it won't cook all the way. So I'm gonna make sure it's cooked all the way. So while the chicken is still warm or hot, I use the Laughing Cow Light. This does have cheese, it's made with real cheese, but the macros are super awesome. Only 1.5 grams of fat in a wedge, and then there's 2 grams of protein, 1 gram of carbs. So I use 2 wedges in the whole thing, so that's only an added like 3 grams of fat. And yeah, you want to tow that fucking car in front of my house? That'd be great. So yeah, 3 grams of fat and 2 grams of carbs. That it adds to the whole thing, so it's really not that much of anything. So let's see. I don't really know how much fat chicken has. But if you divide that between like 3 meals, say, that's only 1 gram of added fat per meal. So not bad. And I heard that Laughing Cow is actually going to make a vegan cheese, which I really, really want to find. I haven't been able to find it yet. I heard they're working on it like this year or something. So I just spread the cheese around while the chicken's still warm, because it'll just mix better that way. The cheese is kind of the same color as the chicken, so just mix it around real good. Looking good. And then now to add the buffalo sauce. Now, you can add as much as you want. 1 tablespoon. It does have a lot of sodium in it, so just be aware of that. I don't really like it too strong with the buffalo sauce because I just don't really like vinegar a whole lot. And my friend, she made some and she added way too much, and she said it was like actually hot, which this is super mild on this heat indicator scale. So I guess if you add too much, it will be a little spicy, but I don't add too much. I'll show you guys what color it is at the end, and that's how I usually tell it, by the color. So it looks pretty good. And there's that. It's all done. I don't add anything else to it. If you add, or if you want to make more chicken than like 2 breasts, like I made 2 breasts, and I used 2 wedges, and then as much buffalo sauce as I wanted. But you can add more cheese, use less cheese. Just be aware of the nutritional labels on everything, and good to go. So now I will make the tuna salad. Well, I burnt some of them. Still gotta figure out the sweet spot with my sweet potato fries. Still gonna be good. Alright, so here's my buffalo chicken, tuna salad, and my turkey. I just keep them in these containers, and then I make my meals into their containers every night. So it's just how I like to do it. Some people like to put them into containers and then have the containers, but it takes up a lot of room in the fridge, so I just keep them like this, and then I pick and choose which carbs I want to use. And like I said, sometimes I'll have asparagus cooked, but right now I'm really liking just salads. So I have sweet potato fries and white rice as my carbs. And yeah, that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video of some of the foods that I cook. I do switch it up a lot, and I'm always trying to find new recipes and stuff. So that buffalo chicken is a new recipe for me, and I'm really liking it. So I'll probably switch it up in a couple weeks and make something new. I really want to try to make like a tiki masala, like a healthy tiki masala sauce. And I've heard there's this like creamy Alfredo sauce that's healthy, and you can make it with like Greek yogurt. So I might try some of that kind of stuff. So I'm always looking for new recipes, so if you have any, comment below. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in, guys, and catch you in the next video. Bye.